They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will take the field first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is...
Breaks into the open. Oh, he got loose.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Commodores want to pick up the tempo. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road?
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Gators offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Finds a man on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his man. It's Brown. Turning it on. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to bully their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Baker. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Commodores in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This guy is just playing like an All-American his last couple games out. Last game he had 2 sacks. Just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Snags a quick pass on the left. At the 35, he's loose. Touchdown, Florida! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's John. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. And they got him in the end zone for a safety. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready?
They'll try it over the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Smith wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Leaves it with the back. And some room to work. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity. That's
great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's ball.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Gator. No step back and weak. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quick release by the QB. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can...
There he goes! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. The run from the shotgun. Hard running there. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's ball. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's John. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got his man to the left. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
First down for the offense.
Just keep slinging it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Commodores want to move quickly.
37. And that's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Here comes the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Smith wants to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down.
Number 10 on the field goal.
No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Quarterback making adjustments. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Smith dropping to pass. He lets one fly deep. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Coming out with it, it's John. He'll go out of bounds at the 12. Not much doing on that kick return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the heat. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Oh, he's got a chance.
returner is tackled down at the 37. And your Florida Gators will take over.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Man down on the play is the official. A break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Smith wants to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll try the run. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it down the left side. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right on the money. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Rides the back and leaves it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on the first attempt, see if he gets a little looser. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. We are not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely... that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point in the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jackson. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game. All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Commodores with the 1st and 10. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The kick is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they have divided these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that...
Pulls it in on the left. Here he goes. He's at the... And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Offense changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. He wants it all. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't